Hi guys, it's Tiffany and Mia.
Hi.
And we're here to entertain our Foreman's Foodies with this week's live cooking demo. So you can see we're a little cold today. We're wearing our hoodies. But we are going to make a picnic dinner. So this is one of our fun, favorite, quick dinners that we're going to make in our deep covered baker. So to get started, it is the same thing we use quite a bit. So it's a big old pack of chicken. This one is close to 5 pounds. It's only $1.79 a pound. We like that because we do go through quite a bit because we have that older brother upstairs who does, you know, eat a lot. So we're going to clean up half of it and put it in, the other half in the freezer because we're not going to need it all tonight to cook in our baker. But if you wanted to, you could go ahead and get all of this ready for the week, or you could make a really big batch of BBQ Sammies if you want to do it a couple times. So here we go. Alright, so first I had my kitchen shears out here somewhere. Right there. Awesome. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to zip open this package, just like we do anytime we do some chicken. And we are going to, here, I'm going to set that right there. So we're going to use our deep covered baker, which Mia told us earlier is made of stoneware. And about a year ago, Pampered Chef changed the color, and it's now gray stone, which was inspired by the OPI nail polish. That's this color. And we retired the cranberry one, and then we just changed the handle, the knob. It was a knob right here, and now it's more of like a handle. So it's still the same baker that we love. When it first came out, it was like you saw a lot of people doing full chickens in here. I got 3 or 4 pound chicken in about 30 minutes in the microwave. So over the years, we've come up with tons more recipes for this, and this is one of my favorites. I love doing this recipe at shows because it's so easy. It's a great recipe to do if you work in an environment where we just have a microwave and we want to serve a quick lunch for a lunchtime party. So let me go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to take our chicken like we always do. Now I'm going to have you, Mia, get that Ziploc baggie right there. And so I'll clean it up and we'll put half of it away for another use. So again, we just use our kitchen shears. I always cut out this funny tenderloin thing to get rid of it. Good thing it's trash night tonight. That's one of the reasons why I do the demos on Thursday nights, so that Drew can take all the trash out when when we're done with dinner. All right, so Mia, come over here with your baggie so I can just drop them straight across. All right, so we'll do one in the baggie. Put the baggie up on the counter so you don't accidentally drop it. All right, so we'll get a couple of these cut. And I love, like I said, buying the big package because it's usually cheaper per pound. I'm not going to fillet these tonight, which is what I do quite a bit at shows and when I'm going to grill it, because I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to use my shears and we're just going to chunk it. All right, so I'm going to give you that one. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to give you 4, Mia, and then we're going to put 3 in the baker.
Yo.
All right, so we're just going to clean all this up. So these shears, we've had a version of these shears for quite a for forever, for as long as I've been a consultant. So if you have a pair of shears, whether they're the black handled ones like this, Mia's going around behind me to get the white handled ones. Do you have that pair? Tell me what pair that you have, how long you've had them, and what you cook with them. Maybe you have a pair that you keep out in your garage. I know I had to replace my mom's, or get her another pair because she was using one pair in the garage for her gardening, and then the other set was in her kitchen. All right, so Mia's got half the chicken. Now it's time to put it in the baker. So we got some big pieces here. So I'm cleaning. So yes, I do have more than I normally have here when I'm cleaning these breasts up. And I know you pay per pound for that, but I think in the long run, it comes out cheaper than paying for $4.99 a pound, $5.99 a pound, $6.99 a pound, depending on where you get. Now, Mia, you gotta make sure you get all the air out of that. She's already ahead of the game. She's putting it in the freezer for me. All right, so we're getting all this cleaned up. All right, so there's my cleaned up breast. So I took that thing out right there. I cleaned up my ends. And then for this recipe, I just kind of take the chicken and I just chunk it. So I'm just going to chunk it right into the baker. Do a couple pieces like that. You can chunk this big hunk up here if you want one more time. All right, so it doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be chunked in the baker there. So, Mia, I'm going to have you open the barbecue seasoning. You see the seasoning right there? All right, so why don't you show them that seasoning on camera so they can see it.
This is the smoky barbecue rub.
All right.
And we're going to put it on our chicken tonight.
Yep.
And
we're going to make sauce with it.
Yeah, we're going to make sauce. Yum.
So my husband is a barbecue connoisseur, so he says. Yeah. So the first time I ever made these, he was very skeptical because, one, I was cooking chicken in the microwave, and then two, I made barbecue sauce and we weren't using like Sweet Baby Ray's. And he was like, what is this madness you're talking about? So when he had it, he was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best barbecue sauce I've ever had. And I'm like, I know, it is so good. So I'm going to show you guys how to do the barbecue sauce too. All right, so we've got some chunks. And my poor fingers are freezing because the chicken was out in the refrigerator outside in the garage. All right,
it's really cold here.
In there, you've got that's 3 chicken breasts chunked and ready to go. I wonder if I should do a 4th one. Open that Ziploc baggie back up real quick. See, this is why we're pampered, not perfect, because we decided at the last minute what Mia just put in the freezer. I'm going to get one more out. And we're going to use my chicken ham. Let me just get that little one that was right there. All right, so we're going to chunk one more. All right, so just get all the air out again like you did. Like lay it flat and squeeze all the air out. All right, so I'm going to put this in here just to fill some of these gaps. I have a feeling Drew's going to eat like
half of this.
Well, we got slider buns, so he's going to eat more than probably like 3 or 4 slider buns. He's been trying out for wrestling, and the kids had swim on top of that, so he was tired and hungry. All right, so this is going in the trash. So I always have one of my trash bags ready to go so that we can take this and put this in the trash. Mia, hold it by the end there, and then put it in the trash can. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take so there's our chicken ready to go in the baker. That was 4 chicken breasts. I guess that's probably between 4 and 5 pounds. We're going to take our barbecue seasoning, so smoky barbecue, and we're just going to put some on top here. All right, just to give it a little flavor. I love our rubs. So there's the smoky and then the smoky applewood. They're both really, really good. All right, so nicely covered.
Smells so good.
All right, it does smell good. All right, Mia, let's do microwave. Or here, you open the microwave. All right, and then I'll put it in there. Okay.
We've also made barbecue patties with a taco meat before.
What do you mean?
Taco meat, like taco meat.
Are you talking about, oh, what she means is sloppy joes. So we've made like, we made a sloppy joe, which was the same barbecue sauce that we're going to make tonight with ground beef. So that is just a different way to make a quick and easy dinner. All right, so I'm going to take my cookware here. I've got 2 skillets, or no, I'm sorry, saucepans from our sets that we are going to do. One is going to be barbecue sauce. So we've got our measure all cup. Give me a hands up, give me a high five, give me a thumbs up if you're watching live or watching the replay and you've got one of these at home. This is like the oldest item in the catalog. You know yours is really old if you have a chicken right there where the Pampered Chef logo is. Like a hen sitting on her little nest. Okay, so I'm going to take my ketchup, about 1 cup of my ketchup. Mia, will you grab me a scraper? Alright, so you just plunge gently. If you're doing anything like flour or sugar, just pour because you don't want to mess. So I can get all of my ketchup out. Toss that in the sink. And that is great for things that are gooey, like ketchup, sour cream, mayo, whatever. Okay, so then I'm going to add, this is 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Alright, so you're going to take that. We're going to add about a tablespoon of vinegar, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Yep, that looks good. And then, of course, our Pampered Chef rub. So I'm just going to open the cap and put it in there like that. Okay, so this container is almost finished, but I have a little bit saved for if I want to put more on the chicken. It should be fine though. Alright, so I'm mixing all those ingredients together. The glare, I'm sorry, is hard for you guys. But it like turns to barbecue color, if that helps you out. Because we had ketchup, which is very red, and then when you add the barbecue seasoning and all that, it makes it more looking like barbecue. Alright, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it on the stove top so that we can get that nice and warm. Alright, so I'm going to turn that on the small burner, bring that up to temperature, and then we're going to have some green vegetables. So we're going high class here, just some canned green vegetables. So with our smooth edge can opener, I had someone ask me about this week who had never seen our can opener before, and what you have to realize is that the can opener circles that are right here, you're going to slide your can in between them. So your helicopter, for those of you who are boy moms and dads, it goes on like a helicopter, alright? So it's going to come in like a helicopter. So when it gets to your can, so see it right here, and you twist it, if you're a righty or a lefty, I guess it will depend, but I'm a righty, so as I twist it and I can pick up the can, then I know it's ready to go and it's got a nice sturdy hold. So we go all the way around. And when I feel it give or pop, there was a little pop there, I can go the opposite direction and release that. Then you're going to take that little teeny birdie beak, you see that? And you're going to grab the can. And you're going to take the can off from the side. So see, that's the adhesive that they put on a can to like glue it down. So if you imagine where a can travels in its life, the critters that crawl across here in the warehouse, the dirt from boots as people move these things back and forth, when it sits in a truck, when it gets to your grocery store, who cleaned off this can? Did anybody clean off this can? Did you clean off this can before it was time for dinner? I never learned to do that. I was never coached on that. So my can always would fall in whatever I was cooking, and all that cross-contamination would go straight down into your can. What do you think? Is that kind of gross? Yuck. Okay, so smooth edge can opener. We've got another pot out here. I'm just going to dump. And that will be our green vegetable for the evening. I'll let Mia take the box top off and rinse the can out for recycling so that we can help the schools and the environment all at the same time. So that is our vegetable. I'm going to put this on the stove top. So we're going to go to the rear about here, bring that up to temperature. Alright, so the next up is we got to have our Sammy rolls, okay? So I really like potato rolls when it comes to this recipe. And so I also like my buns toasted. So we are going to take, or like warmed, I guess. So we're going to take our buns, and I'm just using the medium bar pan from the stoneware collection. So tonight's a stoner night because we use the deep covered baker and we're using the medium bar pan. And I just open my sliders just like that, so that when I put them in the oven, I can get a nice little, like, you know, toasty. So I've got my oven set at 400. And we're going to put these in, I guess we can do that right now because we just got about a couple minutes left on our chicken. Alright, Mia, don't let me forget about these. Alright, so we got to get two other things out. Alright, so these are the two tools we're going to need when the chicken comes out. Always got to have your salad choppers so that you can chop up your chicken. And then we're going to scoop our chicken onto our slider so that we have nice even proportions. And I like the scoops because this is like, if you put water in here, measured this out, this would be a 3 tablespoon capacity. So they go 3 to 1 on your size of your things. Oh, Casey says, hey ladies. Hi Casey. So if you've got a scoop, small, medium, or large, give me a high five, give me a thumbs up, give me some love. That was kind of a heart. Let me try that again. That's a heart, right? Okay. So give me some of that on the Facebook Live video. And I have a feeling Drew's going to want more than just the allotted 2. But we are going to get that ready. So our chicken has a couple minutes. Always going to get out the hot trivet so that when it comes out of the microwave, We have something to put that on. Grabbing my oven mitt so I can grab my stuff out of the microwave and out of the oven so that I'm ready to go. And let's see. I was going to show them the chicken and then we'll see if it needs to cook a little bit more. So that was about 7 minutes. And I can hear it. Alright, so I'll open it for you real quick. So you can see, let me do this. Let me slide it back a little bit. Let's probably have to go back in, Drew. Alright, so the chicken is definitely warm in here. And you want to be careful that when you pick up this lid, it's going to steam. Alright, so see how that steam escape out of there? Alright, so if you want, this would be a good time to like check your chicken. But I wanted to show you, before I start chopping, can you guys see that juice down there? Can you see all that juice? Remember, we put nothing in here. All right, this is just its own broth. So can you imagine if I had done this with garlic and some salt and pepper, that broth would be wonderful to make your gravy or to cook your rice or potatoes in. All right, so that is an excellent way to do that. Now, I just take my salad choppers. I'm going to chop a couple of the big ones